Much for coming out tonight. My name is Linda Name. I serve on the Library Trust Board. I'm also a resident of Stillwater. We're all here because we are interested in the library. I'm sure everyone knows that there is a significant budget cut proposed for the next fiscal year here. And so, first of all, I would like to thank everyone who has shown up. Do we have any city councilors here? Thank you for coming. This is a chance for us to gather some new information and to hear some people speak about an issue that's very important to us. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to call up Barbara Miller, who's from the library board, and she's going to go over some specifics about what the new budget proposals are going to mean to us. And then I have some other people who have asked to speak, and I'm going to call on them. We need to keep our remarks fairly short, just a couple of minutes. And then after these people speak, we're going to let other people get up and speak. And then we can talk about what we can do, who we can contact and what we can do. So that's how it's going to go, if it's okay with everybody. So I'm going to get off the stage here, and here's Barbara Miller to start things.
Okay, thanks, Liz. What I wanted to do was, sorry? Okay, is that better? This is my Chicago voice.
Okay, come on.
Is it better if I stand up here?
Okay.
Maybe that'll carry farther. Okay. What I wanted to do today was give you specific examples of what kinds of programs, hours, and things like this will be cut from the library if we have to take a 25% cut. And this is what's been proposed by the city manager. And initially, the library board went from a zero budget and added everything in and tried to scrounge out things, and we were able to cut nearly 100,000 from the budget, but this cut represents 300,000. And since our personnel budget for the library is 850,000, and keeping the building open is another 60,000, we obviously can't keep full personnel and full programs. We're going to have to cut all the way across the board. So I'm going to give you an idea of what that means. We are going to have to reduce personnel. Linda estimated probably a 20% cut in personnel. And this means if you have 20% less people, you're going to have to keep the building open fewer hours. So this will probably be a cut from 70 hours to 60 hours, which is a little less than 15%. And this is a critical cutoff because in order to receive state funds from the state library, one of the requirements is to keep the building open 60 hours a week and 7 hours on Saturday. So we would be right at the limit if we could push it to that time period. This would mean closing on Sunday. We would probably have to open the library an hour later and close it an hour earlier. So instead of 9 to 9, it might be 10 to 8. During the week, no Sunday hours. Another cut would be audiovisual. So this is any kinds of records and books on tape and things like this. We would probably have to eliminate purchasing multiple copies of high demand items. So if a new book comes out or a new tape that everybody wants, in the past, Linda has bought, what do you buy, 5 copies?
One copy, one additional copy for every 5 holds.
For every 5 holds. So now, the new materials come out, there will not be additional copies purchased. We also would have to reduce reference subscriptions, and these would be materials like telephone directories, investment information, archived newspapers on microfilm. We would have to cut all newspapers except for local newspapers. Probably would keep the Tulsa and Oklahoma City papers and Stillwater, but no national newspapers or anything like that. We probably would have to eliminate online databases for genealogy. And we're really the only place, I believe, in Stillwater that has these, and we have eliminated the paper indexes already because that's one of the reasons they went to online, because the papers kept disappearing. Also auto repair databases and standardized testing databases. And OSU does have standardized testing databases, but the kids in the high schools and stuff are not going to go to OSU where they can't park and find out where they're going. Well, we have a couple, not everything. Helen's telling me no. Okay. Linda mentioned that in 2010, there were almost 35,000 searches from these databases, from these 3 or 4 databases. We're also going to have to reduce purchase of ebooks, which is something we just started, and it's been very popular. We formed a consortium, the library formed a consortium to get the prices down, and it's been very popular. We may have to eliminate that or eliminate the number of ebooks. One of the critical things that we'll have to eliminate is this end of the building, the north end of the building. We'll have to eliminate all of these meeting rooms. And we had a list of about 45 groups that met either very regularly or semi-regularly in these rooms. These are all Stillwater groups. About a quarter of them were City of Stillwater groups. These meeting places will be gone with this cut. So if you belong to a group that needs these meeting places, think about that one. We also are probably going to have to eliminate, you have a question?
Yes, I'm confused here now.
Okay.
You're talking about this cut. Are you talking about your initial $100,000 cut?
No.
Oh, you're talking about
This is the big one.
300,000. Okay.
Right. Interlibrary loan service. And this is another service that is asked of all libraries in the state if they want to receive state funds from the state library, is interlibrary loan services. This will have to be eliminated, and this represents about 3,000 transactions a year, about 1,400 books that are borrowed by us and about 1,700 that we loan out. Okay. Some of the community outreach will have to be eliminated. We do outreach homebound, to daycares, to preschools, nursing homes, violence shelters. A lot of this will have to be eliminated. We'll have to eliminate continuing education for library staff, which is one of the requirements for public library staff in the state to pick up a certain number of continuing education credits each year to keep up to date on what's happening, what the services in libraries. We'll probably have to eliminate the city vehicle, which is something that the staff uses. And we probably will lose the state aid. So that's another, how much is that, Linda? 20 or 30,000?
We got 29,000 this year.
29,000 last year. So this represents an even larger cut. Another area would be services, and computer and internet access would be cut. The hours would be cut. There won't be enough staff to help. There'll be fewer educational and lifelong learning opportunities because of the lack of space to hold these meetings. We feel that this is a critical diminished quality of life for Stillwater. And this is basically, so if you think about these things that we've added in, this is what we're facing if we take a 25% cut. So I'd like to have Lynn go ahead and get some more speakers up here.
I think it's really pretty amazing when people start talking about all the services the library provides to so many different types of people. Everyone from job seekers, to children, to readers, to homebound people, to people wanting to look up their genealogy, to coming to the adult programs, to whatever. It's